Hello guys. Big stories today. Florian Wirtz could become Liverpool's most expensive signing ever. Meanwhile, Arsenal and Chelsea are in a heated battle for Nico Williams, but now Bayern have crashed the party. And over at Villa, Emi Martinez might finally be on the move, with both Manchester United and Arsenal keeping close tabs. All this and much more as we bring you the latest transfer news and football updates. Let's aim for 300 likes. That's fewer than the clubs chasing Nico Williams. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a story. Now let's get into it. Bruno Fernandez rejects AlHilal's mega offer. Eyes still on European glory. Manchester United captain Bruno Fernandez has turned down a jaw-dropping contract offer from Saudi giants AlHilal, making it clear he's not done with top-tier European football just yet. The Portuguese playmaker is fully focused on competing at the highest level in Europe, and for now that means staying put. But there's a twist. Sources suggest the door isn't completely closed. Translation? While Bruno has said no for now, the situation could change depending on United's direction this summer. Europe is still the goal, but the saga might not be over. Jadon Sanchos Chelsea move collapses. Jadon Sancho will not be joining Chelsea this summer, as negotiations over personal terms have completely broken down, sources confirm. Despite earlier optimism, the Blues and the winger simply couldn't find common ground. In a surprise twist, Chelsea will now pay Manchester United £5 million, but not to keep him. That fee is to send Sancho back to Old Trafford, cutting short what many hoped would be a fresh chapter for the England international. Once seen as a potential revival story at Stamford Bridge, Sancho's future now hangs in the balance. Will United keep him, loan him out again, or cash in elsewhere? The transfer window drama is just getting started. Simone Enzagi to lead AlHilal revolution. It's official. Here we go. Simone Enzagi is set to become the new head coach of AlHilal this week in a blockbuster move that's sending shockwaves through the football world. After a decisive meeting today, the Italian tactician will part ways with Inter Milan, ending a successful chapter in Serie A to embark on a new challenge in Saudi Arabia. The deal? A 3-year contract laced with a massive salary package, one worthy of a football mastermind. The writing was on the wall yesterday. The intention was clear, the ambition mutual. Enzagi and AlHilal were destined to unite. Lamine Yamal on Ballon d'Or hype. The Ballon d'Or should go to the best player over the whole year, not just whoever wins on Thursday between Spain and France. Imagine if something happens to me or Dembélé in that game. The Spanish prodigy didn't hold back, challenging the growing trend of judging players on single performances. When asked for his personal pick, "I know who I'd vote for, but I'm keeping that to myself." Yamal showing maturity beyond his years, focused, grounded, and aware of the bigger picture. Bryan Mbeumo wants Manchester United move. Talks incoming. Brentford star Bryan Mbeumo has made his intentions clear. He wants to join Manchester United this summer. The dynamic forward has impressed with his creativity and attacking threat, and now the Red Devils are preparing to open negotiations with Brentford to strike a deal. With United keen to bolster their front line, a Premier League move with real momentum, Chelsea plot bold move for AC Milan star keeper Mike Maignan. In a potential blockbuster transfer twist, Chelsea have officially approached AC Milan to explore a deal for their highly rated shot stopper, Mike Maignan. The Blues, keen to reinforce their last line of defense, have identified the French international as a top target, signaling their intent to bring world-class quality between the posts. With Maignan considered one of Europe's elite goalkeepers, this move could shake up the summer transfer window and spark a bidding war among top clubs. Stamford Bridge may be preparing for a new guardian in goal. Now let's dive into the main news of today's episode. Is Emi Martinez finally gearing up for the biggest move of his career? It's hard not to admire the journey. From warming the bench at Arsenal to becoming a World Cup winning, Copa America clinching, shootout saving machine, Emi's story is straight out of a football fairy tale. And now it seems that the fairy tale might be entering a bold new chapter. Remember that wave to the fans after Villa's match against Spurs? That didn't look like your average, "see you next week." That felt like a soft goodbye. A respectful nod to the supporters, "thanks for everything," but bigger things are calling. So, where's he heading? Barcelona had eyes on him, no doubt. But in true Barca fashion, they've opted for the younger, homegrown choice, Jhon Garcia from Espanyol. Not surprising. They've always been about grooming the next big talent. As for Emi, at 32, he's in his prime. Remember, goalkeepers aren't judged by the same clock. Now enter Manchester United. Reports suggest the Red Devils are seriously interested. And while Champions League football isn't guaranteed at Old Trafford, the idea of becoming part of a rebuild at one of the biggest clubs in the world? That's something you don't walk away from easily. For a competitor like Emi, that kind of challenge is gold. And when asked about his future? Classic Emi response: calm, unfazed, locked in. I'm focused on my national team, not transfers. That's the kind of composure you'd expect from a guy who's stared down Kylian Mbappe in a World Cup final shootout. As for those Saudi links, let's be real. Emi doesn't strike me as someone ready to trade passion and prestige for a paycheck. He wants legacy, not luxury. Now here's a fun one. Rumors of an Arsenal return. Imagine that. The one that got away, coming home. The Emirates would erupt. But how likely is that, really? Or is he destined for Old Trafford, ready to take over from Onana and write his chapter in United's history? This summer could define Emi's entire career. Stay a hero at Villa, or take the leap and try to become a legend elsewhere? Where do you see him going? And would you welcome him back to Arsenal, or want to see him in United colours leading the next era? Let me know in the comments below. It looks like Arsenal have made up their minds. Gabriel Martinelli alone just isn't cutting it anymore. They want to add some serious spark to their attack, and their eyes are locked on one man, Nico Williams of Athletic Bilbao. You've probably heard his name buzzing already. 18 goal contributions last season and still just 22. He's not just a talent, he's a problem for defenders on both flanks. And surprise, surprise, Chelsea are sniffing around too. Because if there's a transfer happening, you already know the Blues are somewhere in the mix. It's tradition at this point. But make no mistake, Mikel Arteta is serious about this one. Arsenal's attack lacked edge this season. Martinelli looked off, the goals dried up at times, and it's clear the Gunners need fresh energy. Nico brings it all: pace, directness, creativity, and the kind of wing play that can flip a game in one moment. Barcelona were interested, but in typical Barca fashion, the plan changed. Maybe it's the budget, maybe priorities shifted. Either way, they're backing out, opening the door wide for Arsenal to make their move. That is, until Bayern Munich entered the chat. Yep. Out of nowhere, the Bundesliga giants have thrown their name into the mix. And when Bayern show up, you know they're not just window shopping. So now the big question is, where does Nico go? Arsenal and Arteta's exciting project? Chelsea under Maresca, building something new? Or Bayern, where trophies are practically a guarantee? Tough call, right? What stands out about Williams is his growth. Every year he's sharper, smarter, more dangerous. Already key for Spain, and he hasn't even hit his prime yet. Put him in a top system, under a great coach, and he could become one of the most lethal wingers in Europe. Henry comparisons? Maybe a bit early? But the potential is real. No matter who wins this transfer race, we're all in for a show. Because wherever Nico Williams ends up next, he's about to take his game, and maybe a club, to the next level. Where do you want to see him land? Let me know in the comments, and while you're down there, make sure to hit the subscribe button. It helps us a lot. Florian Wirtz to Liverpool? It's starting to look less like a rumor and more like a countdown. The transfer drama that's been brewing for weeks is finally reaching its climax, and Liverpool are pushing harder than ever to land the German star. Here's the twist. Wirtz wants the move. While Bayern Munich were confident of sealing the deal, it turns out Wirtz is eyeing Anfield, and Arne Slot's project, not Vincent Kompany's rebuild. Imagine that, a 22-year-old Bundesliga standout choosing Liverpool over Bayern. A few years ago, that would have been unthinkable, but this is how far Liverpool's ambition has come. Leverkusen have already turned down a €130 million bid from the Reds. They're holding out for €150 million. No negotiations, no discounts. But according to Fabrizio Romano, Liverpool are optimistic they'll get it over the line. When Romano says Liverpool are confident, it usually means something's cooking behind the scenes. Reports suggest FSG have given the green light for a record-breaking €150 million bid, and Michael Edwards is back doing what he does best, making magic happen in the transfer market. For Liverpool, this isn't just another signing. This is building the future. What tipped the scales for Wirtz? Simple. The role. Slot told him directly. He'll be Liverpool's main playmaker, the number 10 around which everything revolves. At Bayern, he'd have to share that spotlight with Jamal Musiala. At Liverpool, he gets the full stage. And Leverkusen? They know what's coming. They've already started preparing for life without their midfield gem. Some say Liverpool may include a player or two, such as Jarell Quansah or Harvey Elliott, to lower the price. But honestly, that won't move the needle much. Leverkusen know they've got a golden asset. They're holding firm. This deal feels close. Just 20 million euros separates the clubs. For someone of Wirtz's quality, that's a gap Liverpool may soon close. Even Germany manager Julian Nagelsmann has publicly backed the move, saying it's the right step at the right time. All signs point to this being one of the summer's biggest moves. And while Liverpool prepares to break the bank, Wirtz has already mentally swapped shirts. It's just a matter of finalizing the details now. So, will this be Liverpool's record transfer? Looks like it, and honestly, it might be worth every cent. What do you think? Is Wirtz the missing piece at Anfield? Let me know your thoughts below. And if you've been following this channel and still haven't subscribed, now's the time.